This is Mr. White from the counseling office. We'd like to take a few minutes today to review with you the process for registering for classes for the 2017-2018 school year for our current freshmen through juniors. We'll begin by looking at some information on the counseling portion of the high school website under the link Scheduling Process. On this page, you will see an overview of the process itself. You'll remember from our conversations in February and early March, and for those of you who have registered with us before, that this is essentially a two-step process. In step one, students submit their requested classes to counselors. And this took place when we met with you again in February and March. And you shared with us your top 8 requested classes along with several alternatives. Step 2 takes place in May. In step 2, students log into their Skyward accounts and begin to build their schedules. It's important to keep in mind that only the classes that were requested in step 1 are available in step 2. It's also very important that students confirm before their registration window opens that they can in fact log into their Skyward account. We'd recommend you do this today and that you do it the day before your registration window opens to avoid any frustration. If you have any difficulties logging into your Skyward account, do not hesitate to come to the main office or the counseling office for assistance. Below are some very important dates. We want to make sure that all juniors know that their scheduling window opens at 8 a.m. on Monday, May 8th, and will close at midnight on the 10th. For our current sophomores, the scheduling window will open at 8 a.m. on the 15th and close at midnight on the 17th. And for our current freshmen, the scheduling window opens on the 22nd at 8 a.m. and closes at midnight on the 24th. At the end of each scheduling window, counselors review each student's schedule to confirm that they have registered for all required classes and that they have a complete schedule. Next, I'd like to use an example student to show you how to navigate the registration system in Skyward. When students log into their Skyward account, this is the first page that they see, and the registration takes place in the Arena Scheduling tab. Students select Arena Scheduling and then select the 2017-2018 school year. Once students access the Arena Scheduling, this is the first page they see. And this is a list of all of the courses this student has requested for next year. You'll notice that the list is, in fact, several pages long. And so one thing we'd like you to become familiar with is ways to filter that list of courses to make the process easier for you. There's 2 different ways to do that. One is to filter the classes by period, and the other is to filter classes by subject. Another important link we want you to be familiar with is the View Print Schedule link. At any time, you can access this page, which will show you an overview of the schedule that you've built up until that point. You can see with this student, for second period, he has a class already registered, and that is an AVID class. AVID is a class that's offered on the AB rotation. Each class has a course code attached to it, and I can tell that this is the A portion of the AB rotation because of the A in the middle of the code. If we go back to the previous screen, then we can filter the list of requests to see only second period classes. So we'll apply that filter and see the courses this student requested that are offered that period. We'll be looking for a B class to match with this student's A class. Several things to note here. Here are the course codes. This column tells you whether it's a semester class, this one is semester 2, or if it's a year-long class. And this column indicates whether the class fits within the current schedule. So again, we're looking for a B class, and this AP English Literature course is offered as a B that period, so we'll go ahead and add that here, and we will confirm that the course has been added by going to View Print Schedule and looking at the overall schedule. And again, here we can see the A class is the AVID, the B class is the AP English Literature. We'll go back to the previous page, and we will sort and filter now for just first period classes. And the first class that pops up here is anatomy, which happens to be a semester class. This one is semester 2, so we'll go ahead and add that. And we will pair that with a semester 1 class. Here's one right here. This is ceramics. You can see it's a fit, so we'll add that as well. And then we will go back to View Print Schedule to confirm. And as you can see, this student now has both first and second period addressed. The goal being to fill out all 4 periods for next year. Now, if this student decides that he wants to take ceramics at some other point in the schedule, or if he feels like he needs to move it in order to make another class fit, the way to delete that course is to select the title of the course, confirm that you want to delete it, and you will see that now, here in a second, that spot, first period, semester 1, is available. It is very important that you realize that once you delete a class, it does make that class available to other students who are registering at the time. Go back to the previous page. I will show you another way to search for classes. If you're looking for a science class, for example, you can select science and apply that filter, and you will get a list of all science classes that have been requested regardless of period. So that's another helpful way to search through the different courses. There's a link here in red next to View Print Schedule. It's important to recognize. This link says Submit Schedule. We do not want students to access this link and submit schedule. Again, do not submit the schedule. When you're using the View Print Schedule function, if you see the course listed there in the overall schedule, that seat belongs to you. No student can access that seat unless you drop the course. If a student does in fact submit schedule through this link, the only thing that does is lock the student out for the remainder of the scheduling window that week. So again, no need to submit schedule. If for some reason you forget, or a friend forgets and does in fact submit it and is locked out of the system, please just come to the counseling office and we can unlock that for you, but unfortunately you will have missed some time within the scheduling window to make adjustments. Counselors will be available before school, after school, and during lunch to assist students. The goal, of course, would be for students to complete their entire schedule, but if for any reason that doesn't work out and that's not possible, do keep in mind that counselors will be reviewing schedules after the windows close and confirming that students do have a full schedule going into the 2017-18 school year. With all that said, we are happy to help during the scheduling windows and answer any and all questions that you might have beforehand. So please don't hesitate to come find us in the counseling office, and let us assist.